Hello, and welcome to Hookah Unlimited. Today, we're going to be going over the SB Mini. The SB Mini is the newest initiative from world-renowned Starbuzz Tobacco, Starbuzz Hookah. Now, they were kind enough to send me 5 different colors for me to show you guys today, but they also told me there's a beautiful bubblegum pink color available as well, but they're already sold out. And that, guys, is a little bit of a reflection of exactly how big and how powerful Starbuzz actually is. They make something, whether we as enthusiasts like it or not, plays no role in terms of who's buying and how many are being sold, because whatever they produce seems to be selling like hotcakes. And that's the truth of the matter, guys. And that's why I wanted to grab one of these SB Mini hookahs fresh off the container coming into the United States, just so I could show you guys today what these guys are about and what's special about them and why you might really want to grab one. What we have here is the lime green SB Mini. Now, after you take everything out, unbox everything from the box, what you get is everything you see here. You get a hose, a down stem, diffuser attached. You get the up stem, heart attachment, bowl port, hose port, and bowl port. You get the vase. You get a tray. You get a hose port adapter, hose handle, tongs, 2 grommets, an O-ring, and the bowl. Let's talk about the hookah itself and what you actually get. We'll start with the heart and stem combination. This is how it comes assembled in the box once you take it out. This piece itself has 4 pieces altogether. You have the bowl port adapter, you have the up stem right here, you have the heart, and the hose port adapter, which unscrews. Let's talk about the heart a little bit, guys. So this is a fully aluminum CNC machined anodized aluminum piece. The anodization is nice and crisp and consistent. Beautiful bright colors is what they're focusing on. The execution is excellent. There's no issues or any inconsistencies within the anodization. Something I'd like to mention regarding the type of heart this is technically it's a common chamber style. What that means is the inside is completely hollowed out, and it's atypical of lower tier, generic hookahs, mod hookahs that are out on the market. It's also the same style as typical glass hookahs. They're all technically common chamber pieces. However, it was a requirement so that they could make the heart screw onto the vase itself. The advantage of this is clear. Once you have it screwed into place, you could lift up the whole hookah from the stem. One of the issues with a common chamber style system is in terms of purging. What happens is that because the chamber itself is hollowed out inside, when you purge it, there's no pressure created to push the smoke up into the purge port so that you could purge effectively, clearing the vase completely. How they decided to remedy this situation is by adding a nut over here, like a little adapter that has 2 functions. One of the functions is to keep the ball bearing in place for your purge ball. The other one is it acts as a sort of an extender to the actual purge system, so that it purges straight down, effectively creating a proper purging hookah. You could go ahead and unscrew this and access the ball bearing in case you need to clean or anything like that. To assemble this piece together, the first and foremost you got to do is go ahead and grab the up stem and screw it into the center of the top of the heart. And then after that, you can grab the down stem. Talking about the down stem for just a moment, it comes with an attached diffuser. Diffuser is actually pretty cool because you can unscrew it, allowing you to use it without a diffuser at all. But instead of it being detachable and you have to put it aside and store it somewhere, you could actually flip it inside out, inverted, and screw it back on. Another thing I want you guys to note that unlike the rest of the hookah, The down stem itself is 304 stainless steel. 304 is a standard of the hookah industry. That's what the hookah industry chooses to use. It's a reliable, stable, stainless steel with good resistance to stain and rust or anything like that. Regardless of the price tier of a given hookah, 99.9% of hookahs on the market are made from 304 stainless steel, whether you buy it from China, Germany, Russia, Brazil. If it's got stainless steel, it's going to be 304, with the exception of, to my knowledge, maybe 1 or 2 brands that use higher tier, higher quality stainless steel. Another hookah that's similar to the composition of this one is the B2F22, which my boy Moa Smokes did a beautiful review on. It's an aluminum hookah with a stainless steel, 304 stainless steel downstem, similar to the SB Mini. So you could see that Starbuzz is making moves to kind of put together proper built hookahs for the generic market. In retrospect, they're kind of lifting the standard of expectation and showing people what a good, decent hookah made to be reasonably priced would look like. Next thing you do is you pop the downstem into the center of the heart and you just screw that in place. And finally, what you can do is you can go ahead and put the tray, which looks like this. It's nice, it's small and compact, fitting the actual size of the hookah, but also it's got nice little grooves and a really nice shape, and it's got a nice design to it. It's actually got a little weight to it too, which is excellent. Pop that on, grab your bowl port adapter, screw that in place. It'll solidify and hold the tray nice and solid so you don't have any problems with it. And after that, you could go ahead and put your hookah down for just a moment, and you need a O-ring to place on the heart itself. This is going to help seal it further so that there's no issues or there's no leaks. So you just go ahead and slide that in place and drag it all the way down to the most bottom space, which is reserved for the O-ring. Put the stem into the base, sliding it down and screwing it in place for a nice seal. Finally, go ahead and grab your hose adapter and screw it into the heart, hose grommet, and your hose adapter. Next piece that Starbuzz has included with this kit is the actual hose itself. As you can tell, one thing to gripe over with this kit is that this hose is a little bit short. In fact, when I was testing this hookah out, the biggest problem that I encountered with it is the fact that it is so short that when you're actually using it, it kind of drags the hookah around. Now, I talked to Starbuzz regarding this, and they told us that they're aware of the issue. There was a manufacturing error in terms of in the assembly line, and that they will be putting the correct length hose henceforth. But if you're gonna be grabbing an SB Mini today, you might want to consider either getting a longer hose option or grabbing a secondary hose or using one of your old ones, because the adapter is universal. It fits all standard silicone hoses. For the sake of this review though, we could put this aside. I have a longer version available to myself that I grabbed from the back stock, and we're gonna go ahead and use this instead. This is about a foot longer than the one that comes with the Starbuzz Mini. You just slide this over and go ahead and insert it inside the hose like so. And finally, on the other end, you grab your hose handle, which is actually pretty nice. It's about 12 inches or so, and it feels really good in your hand. And nice. It's light because it's aluminum, but it's not so light where you don't feel like you're holding anything at all. The quality is definitely there, and the finish and execution of the piece is great. Go ahead and grab your bowl port, insert it on top of the bowl adapter, and grab your bowl and set it up. Now, talking about the hookah itself, we're gonna go ahead and say a few words as I set up a bowl and smoke it with you guys and show you guys how this thing actually performs. But all in all, I would want to say that this is quite a nice execution, and one of the reasons why I'm relatively impressed by this little guy is the fact that it's got an amazing price point for what you get. And just so you guys know, it is under $100 at retail. You could expect to find a full complete kit with vase, hose handle, tray, you know, stem, tongs, bowl, and all the little pieces that you need to get it working correctly for $99.99 at most online vendors. Now that I have the bowl set up and ready to go, and as it warms up, I'd like to mention and talk about a couple of more things before we get to the smoking and rating part of the review. Number one, the hookah itself stands 21.5 inches with a provost on top, about 20 inches at the Starbuzz SP Mini bowl that comes with the hookah, and about 18 inches at the top of the bowl port without a bowl on top. But talking about the bowl itself, now this guy is made of clay. I'm not sure that it's porcelain instead of ceramics, proper ceramics, but I believe it's ceramic clay. It's a proper clay material. It is you know, slip cast, made from a mold, which is atypical of a lot of mass manufactured, mass production bowls. Things like, you know, the Oblako or the Kolos bowls and such style bowls are made from a mold. Also the Mason Shisha ware Onyx is also made from a mold, and so is this guy. The actual shape of the bowl, it looks like it's going to be about a 20-gram bowl or so, maybe 22, 23 grams total at a dense pack. The spire looks correct. The shape of the bowl looks good. Everything that I see looks pretty good on this bowl. It should be a good smoking bowl. It might not be the longest lasting bowl, but you should get a clean 1.5 hour, 2 hour sessions depending on what kind of brand you're smoking with. That's it. Let's go ahead and take a couple of hits and get it started. Alright, diffuser does its job pretty well. You do see some muted bubbling a little bit, but it's definitely muted, a lot quieter than without a diffuser on it. The draw is surprisingly good. Now, it's not the most open thing in the market, but it's definitely not the restricted either. It's actually quite nice and enjoyable to smoke out of, and that's really the key to having a good performing hookah, because you definitely want to enjoy smoking out of it. The purge itself is actually pretty good as well, nice and open, and does the job and clears the vase, just as I predicted when I was explaining to you guys about the shape of the heart and the importance of the shape of the heart and that hybrid kind of common chamber / direct chamber system that they have going. And let me show you guys how that looks. Base is cleared from one puff. Everything works perfectly as intended and as expected. From what I could tell, Starbuzz definitely stepped up the game a little bit, made something for the common user, the common enthusiast, the common hookah smoker, and it's actually built in the style of modern enthusiast level performance hookahs, as you saw when I was taking everything apart. All in all, kudos to Starbuzz on this unit right here. The SP Mini is, I think, a solid contender on the market and something I would definitely recommend for a starter hookah or somebody who has some hookahs but wants to get something that's a little bit, you know, reasonably priced. They don't want to break the bank grabbing a nice hookah, and basically someone that wants better quality sessions and an overall longer lasting and better build quality hookah as well. To rate it, I would rate the draw a solid 7.5 out of 10. The purge would get a 7.1, and the functionality feature aspect of it doesn't really apply to this hookah. It doesn't really have any exceptional functions or features like we might expect from some, you know, top tier enthusiast level hookahs, like the Stimulation Pro X review I just did recently. Check out the video right there. And also build quality, I would rate it a good 7.3 out of 10. Material quality gets a solid 7.1 because it's not fully stainless steel. It's mostly aluminum with a stainless steel downstem, similar to, again, a B2 F22 or a B2 Hookah. And other than that, that's about it, guys. If you like what you've been seeing and you like my content so far, please throw a subscribe, share the video with your friends and on social media, and definitely catch me on Facebook at Hookah Unlimited Facebook group. Catch me on Discord and Instagram, and hit me up whenever you guys want anything. I do have you know, AMAs that I do weekly, and I do live AMAs all the time, answering you guys' questions as I go about my day. All right, guys, with that, thank you very much. I'll catch you next week.